Growing up, I was one of two Black people in my entire school. So from age 5 till about the 4th grade, I was in one Catholic elementary school about 30 miles away from where I actually lived. Now, my mom sent me here not because she was some religious fanatic and was really wanting to get closer to God, but she valued education and she really wanted me to go to a school that gave me a good education and a good foundation, because she was taught that was going to give you everything. Education was everything. So I went to this school for the formative years of my life. I was pretty accepted. I felt pretty much part of the community. I felt like my friends, I went to dance classes with them, I hung out with them, and I fit in from what I believed. In 4th grade, my mom decided to send me to another Catholic school about 20 miles away from the school I was currently at. Now, this school was, if you could even comprehend, more white than the school I'd previously gone to. There were no Black people there, literally none. I was the one and only. But me, in my naivete of 4th grade, thought that it would be no different than my prior school. I would fit in and I would have friends and all would be well. I was wrong. I was very wrong. You see, these girls weren't used to seeing anyone different. These girls were not used to seeing anyone of my complexion, of my skin tone. So for them, I was new and odd and kind of maybe even a little scary, because they'd never experienced a Black person in their school before. Now, I remember when I was in 5th grade, I got cornered in the bathroom by 2 girls. Yes, one's name was Becky indeed, and the other one's name I think was Colleen. So Colleen and Becky roll up into the bathroom when I'm standing there trying to wash my hands and get back to class, and they look me up and down. They're sizing me up. They're trying to figure out, why are you here and why don't you look like us? Then they proceeded to ask me about all the features on my face, including my hair. Why does it look like that? Why is it so tight and curly like that? Do you wash it? Yeah. Then they moved on to my face and they said, oh, why are your teeth like that? Why do your gums look brown? My gums are pink. That's what color gums are supposed to be. I had no idea. They interrogated me in this bathroom. Now, this was just one of the many instances that happened in this particular school. What also happened in this school was I was accused of cheating on a test by a teacher. I was pushed on the playground for minding my own damn business. But the thing that I'll remember most is Jessica. I won't give you your last name because I won't even give you that. But a little Italian girl named Jessica, who was in my class, who I thought we were cool. I was like, oh, you kind of brown too. No, she was not my kind of brown. She had borrowed a book from me, a Martin Luther King Jr. biography book that we were using for our Black History Month project. Now, me being the sweet, naive girl that I was, I thought if I just gave Jessica, the leader of the cool girls, my book, then maybe, just maybe, she would invite me into her circle and she would anoint me as a cool girl as well. Well, Jessica took my book and kept it indefinitely. That trick never gave me my book back. She kept it. I asked her for it back on numerous occasions, but she didn't seem to care, or she kept forgetting, or something of that nature. Later that year, during the summer, we were all on break, right? I was at my grandma's house in Queens. I was hanging out with my grandparents, and I get a phone call from my mom, and she says, Jessica called and left a message on the phone at home. Jessica? The same Jessica that stole my book? Yes, that Jessica. So I said, okay, well, maybe things have changed. Maybe she's had a change of heart. Maybe, just maybe, she's realized the error of her ways and she's decided to give me my book back. Jessica didn't call me to give me my book back. Jessica actually called me to invite me to a party. Me? A party with the cool kids? The cool white kids? I was so excited. I couldn't even believe that she was calling me. So we're on the phone and she says, yes, I'm having this birthday party. And basically my mom told me that I have to invite everybody in the class. So I wanted to know if you would come. My little hopes and dreams of being a cool girl quickly fizzled. And I was reminded yet again how I just didn't fit in. Moving on to 6th grade, the last year I was at this school, because I bounced quicker than a bunny rabbit hopped up on Easter candy, a new girl came into town. A new girl named Nisa. No, not Nicia, but Nisa. Nisa Cucurullo, to be exact. Now, I was really excited because in 6th grade, I had already been at this school for 2 years. So I figured, I'm not the new girl anymore. Yes, I'm black, but whatever. Hopefully I can just slide across and keep it moving and nobody will notice me. Well, when Nisa came, I was like, yes, there's some new chick in town. She's gonna be the newbie. She's gonna be outsider. She's gonna be totally uncool. And her name is similar to mine. How funny is that? I was so wrong. I was so very, very wrong. Because Nisa Cucurullo was a beautiful Mediterranean looking chick with long, dark hair, quite different from the other blondies that were in the class. But she had a name very similar to mine. And girlfriend did not like that. Nisa did not like being mistaken for the black girl in the class. She did not like being compared to the black girl in the class, and she certainly did not like her name being mistaken for the black girl in the class. Suffice to say, Nisa Cucurullo and I were not friends. We were not. I tried. I tried to be cordial. I tried to be nice. I tried to be welcoming. But she wanted to have nothing to do with it. She actually spawned the most hatred, the most venom, the most racism towards me after arriving at our tiny little white school. But life is funny. Life has a way of coming back around all the time. When I was about 17 years old, I was at a local county fair. I'm walking hand in hand with my boyfriend at the time, who was thuggish ruggish. And I think a little bit of his thuggish ruggishness had rubbed off on me because suddenly I thought I was gangster. All right, now mind you, I'm so not gangster, but I thought I was. At 17, I thought I was. I'm walking through this lovely fair with my friends, and I spot someone I recognize from my past. Is that Nisa Cucurullo? Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I felt in that moment all of the hurt and the pain and the anguish of being the only black girl, being secluded from the group, being banished from the cool girls. And it all bubbled up inside of me. And that poor Nisa didn't know what was coming to her. She didn't know that I had suddenly gotten a ghetto boyfriend and I suddenly wanted to be thuggish ruggish. And I use words that, y'all, I never used before in public. I walked over to Miss Nisa. I said, hey, how you doing? And she looked at me like, do I know you? I said, I'm Nicia. You remember me? Now Nisa looked at me and she began to smile. She said, oh yes, Nicia, I remember you. How are you, girl? What's up? And I looked her straight in her beautiful brown eyes and I said, I'm great, but I can see that you're still a bitch. Girl, I thought I was gangsta. I thought I was about to drop kick her in the middle of that fair. I didn't, because I wasn't gangster. And I did go to Catholic school for 12 years of my life. So that was all I said to her. But I did tell her, I remember you. I remember how you were. I remember what you did. And I will never, ever forget. So I walked away. I walked away because A, my mama taught me better than that. I'm not a fighter. I don't use my hands. I use my words. I use my words. Second, I didn't want to embarrass myself. It just felt silly. It felt silly. And at the end of the day, Nisa Cucurullo and the Jessicas and the Colleens and the Beckys of the world have no bearing and should have no bearing on how I feel about myself. So, though I am still the token black girl in many situations, I have learned to embrace it. I have learned to love it. And I've learned to accept that being different is kind of awesome.